Today I'm fishing a small stream in the Shenandoah National Park for some native brook trout and some wild brown trout. I've never been here, but I have my small stream leader set up like normal, and I'm starting off with a little black micro streamer. So let's get to it. Got one. First cast. I just walked down here. Nice little brown ate the streamer. Literally first cast in this hole. So I had just dead drifted it downstream through the white water. And then I turned it back upstream, like that, and I saw him flash on it, and I set the hook. And you don't need to set the hook very hard, because it's such a small point. It'll go in pretty easily, although it is very exciting, and it's very easy to set the hook hard. The next little spot, looks like I have a rock. It's pretty deep. I'm just gonna hit the outside of that rock and dead drift it. A few jigs. There's one. A little bit nicer fish. Ah, I lost him. That's a nice brown. Just working each little possible place that there could be a fish. Yeah, it's a good 12, 13-inch fish. So I could totally nymph this river. It looks amazing, amazing pocket water. But I know that there are some pretty good browns in here for this small of a river. Or stream, probably. So I'm gonna go ahead and fish a larger fly to try and get maybe a big fish to eat. Well, I just hooked into a nice brown. I wasn't even expecting anything, but he came out of right there in that soft water. Nice looking brown. There he goes. In small streams like this, the fish can be very aggressive, so you gotta get the fly to them, and they'll generally eat it. But the part is, you have to be able to cast and make really great presentations, and keep yourself low and out of their vision. So most of the time when I fish small streams, small pocket water, I am always fishing upstream. And the reason for that is because the trout are facing up the river. They're facing up the river because the bugs are coming down toward them, and they'll be picking them off one by one. So if they're facing upriver, they're not going to see me coming up behind them. So I have this tag like I'd fish a double nymph rig, but the sun is coming out, as you can see. So I'm going to cut that tag off because it will actually reflect light, and I don't like that. I don't think that it'd make too much of a difference, but I think it definitely might spook a fish, and generally more of a smarter fish, which might mean more of a bigger fish. So there's a nice ledge right here with the rock. And you see it's just barreling down with current. Underneath there, and right next to it, the bubbles are not moving at all. Perfect spot for a trout. And to be accurate, I'm gonna bow and arrow cast. Right along the ledge. Fish. Nice fish. Really nice fish. And that was on just a dead drift at that ledge. Yeah, really nice wild brown. That's a good fish. You eat that little black micro streamer. Here. There's one. Nice brown. That's a good looking brown trout. There he goes. So the streamers are not quite working. I got a few fish early on, but then it slowed down. So I switched to a nymph rig, see if I could find some fish. I have a small blowtorch up top, and then a Squatchy B beneath that. It's a really great soft tackle stonefly pattern. There's one. Squatchy B. Looks like a little brown. Nice little wild brown. I have that realistic caddis larva that I tied for a video on the top, just to see if it'll actually work. There's one. Nice brown. He ate that bottom fly. Not surprised. Nice looking brown trout. There he goes. There's one. Another brown. He ate the caddis. Oh no! He ate the caddis. Darn it. Ah. I thought I was gonna get one on that crazy caddis. Maybe we'll get another one. There's one. I switched to a dry dropper with a caddis up top. An elk hair caddis variation that I tied in a video with no hackle. And then a caddis on the bottom. And this brown ate the caddis on the bottom. There he goes. There's one. Little brown. Ate the bottom caddis. Nice little wild fish. There's one. That's a little fish. It's a date. That's what we try streamers for. There's one. It's a brook! First brook of the day. He ate the bottom caddis. I had a great day out on a new stream. There was also a small BWO hatch in the evening, but I ran out of space on the SD card to film it. But it was neat casting to the rising fish, and I caught several more small brook and brown trout on a small BWO parachute I tied. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing for more fly fishing and fly tying content.